Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today we'll be showing you the best 5 class setups that you need to run here in Black Ops Cold War. Now, I've been asked this question a lot here lately, especially on Twitch in my comment sections. People are like, P, what are the best 5 class setups that we need another best 5 class setups. So guys, we have one here today I'm gonna be showing you guys. So if you are new to my channel and love the best class setups, the best settings, and as well the craziest gameplays here on Cold War, make sure to hit that subscribe button and as well turn on the post notifications, because guys, we are less than 7,000 subscribers away from hitting 100,000. So if you guys can, make sure to do that. But anyways, guys, if we can, let's hit 150 likes on today's video and let's get straight up into the best 5 class setups. Alright, so guys, for my first class setup here, it will be the Point 2. Now, this is the brand new DLC tech rifle that just came out, and it is such a great weapon if you make the right class setup for it. So, as you real quick, guys, we have a perk greed class going on this one. So, first of all, we have for our perks is Task Mask, Flak Jacket, Scavenger, Assassin, Ghost, and Spycraft with the stem shot of C4, Field Mic with the dual magnums. Now, these dual magnums are absolutely nuts. I'll show y'all real quick. We have the Agency Suppressor, we have the Task Force Barrel, we have the 12-round fast reloader, the 5MW, and the dual wheels, of course. But anyways, guys, get into the real class setup. For my first attachment here, I'm going to be adding on the mill stop reflex. Now, honestly, I do like the iron sights, but I do love the mill stop reflex a lot more than the iron sights, just because it helps me more. Like, I don't know if it's a placebo or not. I feel like I perform a lot more better with the mill stop on, because when I aim down sight, I can see more zoomed in by 1.37. It's really nice, and I just love using red dot sights for some reason. I don't know why. So this is my first attachment for the Carve. Now, for my second attachment, I'm going to be throwing on the Agency Suppressor or the Agency Silencer, whatever you call it. This can help with 100% more muzzle flash concealment. So we're going to be staying off the radar when we fire. You're not going to see us. And as well, this can help us be more stealthier and quieter around the map, so we can flank quieter and just be more stealthier, of course, which will help you a lot if people are just those type of people just to look at the minimap constantly and just hunt you down if they see your red markers. So definitely suppressors are very good here in Cold War. Now, for my next attachment, which is pretty important here, I'm going to be throwing on the Strike Team Barrel. That's going to help with 5% more damage and 13% more fire rate. Now, there's only 2 barrels in this game that can help you increase the chance of a 1 burst, 1 kill here in Cold War, which will either be the Task Force Barrel or the Strike Team Barrel. Now, in my opinion, the Strike Team Barrel is way better than the Task Force, because although you get a higher damage, this Strike Team Barrel has a faster fire rate, of course, by 13%. So definitely shooting more and having a high bit more damage is very good. So definitely, if you miss your shots, you can actually regain and shoot a more faster shot using this fire rate buff here on the Strike Team. So definitely this the 20.8 Strike Team Barrel is our good attachment for number 3. Now, the next attachment, you're going to go all the way down to magazines, and I add on the 54 round drum mag for an increased magazine size of 54. We're going to be able to start out with more ammo at the beginning of the game, and as well hold more ammo throughout the game, which is very needed because the Carve does indeed run out of ammo pretty quick. So definitely have Scavenger on or the Assault Pack for one of your perks or field upgrades. So definitely the 54 round drum will be really good, so definitely have that on. And my final attachment here, guys, will be the Raider pad for that 30% more sprint to fire speed, which will help us be more aggressive, and as well that 40% more aim walking movement speed, so when we do pre-aim, it's way more faster and smoother. Now, the Carve 2 is one of my favorite weapons and one of my favorite class setups to run, so guys, make sure to try this. Let's go ahead and get straight up into our second class setup. Alright, so guys, I had to bring the AK-74U back here for another class setup for class setup number 2. The AK-74 is just still one of the most dominant SMGs in the game right now. It's just really unstoppable. I love using it, and it's my most killed weapon here in Cold War. I don't know how many exactly I have. Let's check real quick. Right now, I have 29,000 kills using this weapon. So, of course, this is one of my dominant weapons that I love using, and I've pretty much mastered this class setup and this weapon, so definitely try this. We have the perk greed wildcard on with the same attachments, perks, and everything with the dual magnums, so we don't need to go over that. So going to the first attachment here, I'm going to be throwing on the KGB Eliminator Barrel. This can help with 15% more vertical recoil control. Definitely have this on is very important, because the more recoil control, the better your shots are going to be, way more smoother, way more accurate, which will help you get a lot more kills. Definitely having this on is very, very important, so make sure to have this on for attachment number 1. Now for attach number 2, there's 2 barrels you can use. I either use the Liberator barrel for 100% more bullet velocity, and as well the Task Force barrel, which helps with 8% more damage, 50% more effective damage at range, and 75% more bullet velocity. Now I'll tell you between how you play, I'll tell you which one to use. If you can't really control recoil control and you can't control your weapon at all, go with the Liberator barrel. This will help definitely with longer distance gunfights, and as well the bullet velocity is just insane. As you see, it goes up from, it used to, they nerfed it definitely, but you know, 766 meters per second is very good. So having this on is very good as well, so you can have that on. But if you are good at recoil control and you don't really need grips or anything, and it looks like you use a Cronus or whatever like me, make sure to throw this on. It helps with 8% more damage. It does increase your effective damage at range, so your bullets are traveling faster and as well hitting harder, and as well that bullet velocity is up by 75%, so your bullets are traveling faster to hit our targets faster. So again, if you can't control your shots and whatnot, use the Liberator. But if you can't control your shots and you're really good at the game, throw on the Task Force for that extra damage. Now for my next attachment here, I'm going to throw on the Spetsnaz grip for 7% more vertical recoil control and 21% more horizontal recoil control. Definitely having a full control of our weapon will help us be more better, because we are controlling our shots, hitting our shots, which is very, very helpful to run. So have this on. For the magazine, I do like to throw on the 40 round drum mag, which is very helpful. We get an extended magazine, of course, but we're not taking any aim down sight speed reduction, so that is very good. So I like to throw the 40 round drum mag on. And then finally, guys, we're going to throw on the Serpent Wrap for that 25% more aim down sight speed, which is very, very helpful. Let's go ahead and get straight up into our third class setup. Alright, so for our third class setup here, we have the AK-47. Now, this thing is such a tank. I love using the AK. It's one of my favorite weapons in the game as of right now. If you made it this far in the video and want to tell me your 3 favorite weapons in the game, I'd have to say mine is the AK-47, the LC-10, and of course the MAC-10. That thing is such a beast now. But anyways, guys, going into my AK class setup, for my first attachment here, I'm going to be throwing on the Spetsnaz compensator. Now, definitely between the KGB eliminator and the Spetsnaz compensators can be way more better. Although the KGB has a more vertical recoil control by 1%, you do lose that horizontal recoil control by a lot more, and as well you're losing shooting move speed. You don't want to lose that. It's very helpful. So the Spetsnaz compensator will be our first attachment, which is very helpful for recoil control. Now, for our second attachment here, we have another scenario for 2 barrels. So my favorite one is the Liberator barrel. So if you are good at aiming and stuff like that, you can use either or. But if you don't have the best aim and stuff like that, and you can't control your weapon, throw on the Liberator barrel for 100% more bullet velocity, which is very helpful. But if you can't control your weapon, and especially with the AK, the recoil pattern's a little bit different from an AK-74U, throw on the Spetsnaz RPK barrel for that extra damage, that 50% more effective damage at range, and as well that 50% more bullet velocity. Either or, definitely I like to have a faster killing weapon, so the Spetsnaz RPK barrel will be a lot better. So this is what I went for my second attachment. For my third attachment here, I'm going to go into the magazines, and I'm going to add on the 50 round fast mag for reload quickness, extra ammo, and as well starting out with more ammo throughout the game, which is very helpful. That main thing is having a bigger magazine and that reload quickness, which will help you out a lot. So the 50 round mag will be my third attachment. For my next attachment, I have the Serpent Wrap on for that 25% more aim down sight speed. You know, I still use the Grew Elastic Wrap sometimes, but I don't want to lose out on too much sprint to fire speed. So I have this on so we don't take as much sprint to fire speed reduction. So the Serpent Wrap still does its justice and is very good still. For my final attachment here for the AK-47, I have the KGB Skeletal Stock on for that 30% more sprint to fire speed and that 40% more aim walking movement speed, so we are way more faster and smoother when pre-aiming, which is very helpful. Now this is my AK class. Like I said, it's one of my favorite weapons. I love using it a lot, so definitely this AK does shred a lot, so definitely give it a try. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and get into our fourth class setup. Okay, guys, for our fourth class setup here, we have the Bullfrog. Now, definitely this SMG has been growing on me here a lot lately. I actually got one of my craziest gameplays, which was 114-0, which was absolutely nuts using this thing. This gun is starting to be one of my favorites. Really good still. So what I have for this class setup, I have the Spetsnaz compensator going on for attachment number 1 for that extra vertical recoil control, which is very, very helpful. Now for my next attachment here, we have a choice here. We have another choice. We have the Liberator Barrel for people that don't know how to aim the best and can't control their weapons. And then we have the Task Force Barrel for 3% more extra damage, 50% more effective damage at range, and as well as 75% more bullet velocity. Now in between, either or, if you control your weapon, go ahead and throw in the Task Force Barrel. And if you can't, throw in the Liberator Barrel. Task Force is going to be my #1 pick, so for that extra damage is very helpful. Now, for my next attachment here, I'm going to be throwing on the Spetsnaz grip for that 6% more vertical and 20% more horizontal recoil control. Definitely like to have this on. The Bullfrog does like the jump, especially if you have the Task Force Barrel on. So definitely having this on will smooth it out, which will have full control of our weapon, which is very needed. For a magazine, I'm going to be throwing on the 85 round mag. This is going to help us just be more aggressive. We're going to have nearly 100 rounds per magazine, which is absolutely nuts. We're getting a fast reload speed, and as well starting out with more ammo at the beginning of the game and holding more ammo throughout the game, which is very helpful. And then finally, guys, I'm going to throw on the Serpent Wrap for that 25% more aim down sight speed, which will help out a lot for being more aggressive, which is very helpful. So that is my favorite Bullfrog class setup. Let's go ahead and get into the final class setup here. Okay guys, our final class setup, which will be the best one. I guarantee you guys need to try this one because this gun right here is the meta. It's like a full-on meta here, guys. Now why I say that is because with this bullet velocity buff it got on the KRIG, it's absolutely insane with one attachment. So going into my first attachment, there's a couple things that you could run here. I either choose the Millstop Reflex or the Microflex LED. Either one you're more comfortable with. I throw on the Microflex LED for the KRIG because I like it a lot more. Anyways, the next attachment here will be the infantry compensator for that 12% more vertical recoil control. Again, we're in a scenario where you don't want to lose out on too much, horizontal recoil control and as well shooting move speed. And the SOCOM Eliminator don't have that much on the infantry compensator. By far, the infantry compensator is going to be the best muzzle for the KRIG. Now, this is where I'm talking about where it's really important, guys. Make sure to throw on the Ranger Barrel. It goes up by 126% more bullet velocity. Now, if we look at the detail sheet, our bullet velocity is 1,553.1 meters per second. This is absolutely crazy, guys. So throwing this on will be very important, and this will make the gun absolutely melt. So having this on is a game changer. So throw that on, guys. Make sure to do that. For our next class setup here, or our next attachment, my bad, I'm going to be throwing on a magazine of the 40 round mag. This is going to help with just an extra magazine size of 40. We're going to start out with more ammo and as well hold more ammo, so we don't take any aim down sight speed. I have this on, so it's very helpful to have on. That 40 round mag just goes crazy. And then finally, guys, I'm going to have to throw on the airborne elastic wrap for this one, just because of that 30% more aim down sight speed we get. And as well, we have flinch resistance, which doesn't do too much justice. And as well, we can drop shot while being more aggressive. So having this on is very important. And that's it, guys. That's all my class setups. By far, these class setups are helping me out a lot more. I've been dropping crazy nukes on my stream. So if you guys want to go check me out on stream, I live stream every single morning on Twitch. So guys, help me out. I'm getting close to 25,000 followers. So that would be very helpful if you guys can do that. But anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I'll catch y'all later. Peace.